Hi, it's Mystic White Star, and this is my vodcast on frequently asked questions to psychics and mystics. So, this question comes up a lot, and it's one that I really like to work with people on because I think that using a coach, a life coach, or a mystic or a psychic can really help you gain insight into it. So, this question is, I've got career burnout. What should I do? How can I get myself out of this? So a lot of times people feel like they've really hit a wall with their careers, and I get it. So it's probably boring to do the same thing over and over and over again for many years. And maybe you're seeking a better work-life balance or more money. There's a lot of things that could come into play with that. And so one of the things that you can do on your own, because obviously, I can't be with it's different for each individual how I would coach them with that, is that you can write a list of all your fantasy careers and also write a list of all the skills that you have and in your current career, and write a list of your general idea about your life. Like, I want to help people, or I just want a job that pays well and pays the bills and I can go home and relax. So, just be honest with yourself about what you want. If you want a career that can help people, there's a lot of careers that come under that category. Lots and lots. And some don't take a lot of training. Some don't take a lot of education. You can look into just various things in your community where you're helping people. Or if you want to help animals, you can be a dog walker or work in a shelter or something. There's a lot of things you can do that don't have to be glorified, where you can have a good job satisfaction, and it's still accessible to you if you don't have certain skills. Now, if you want a spiritual or metaphysical career, that can be a little bit harder to start these days. Used to be easier, to be honest, but it isn't these days because there's so many people in the field, and you're going to have a lot of competition, and you're going to have to figure out a way to advertise. So, and like Instagram influencers, people like that, they paid money. They had seed money to pay into that career. Or maybe they just got lucky. Or maybe they have an inheritance. You don't know. Or perhaps they put a lot of hard work into it already, like I have. I put a lot of work into my career. I started working when I was 12 years old, not as a psychic, but my family was poor, and if we wanted spending money, we weren't given it, even though we worked hard on the little farm that I grew up on. We had to work for other farmers to get that money, or babysit, or work in a diner, or whatever, all the different things that I used to do before I started my career. But I was always good with money, and because I was willing to work hard. And so if you think, and I had a good life balance because I embrace the life when I'm not working. I also enjoy my work, so I'm very lucky, yes, very lucky because I enjoy what I'm doing. If you don't enjoy your work at all, it really is time to reassess what you're doing and to try and figure out something that you do enjoy. And this could be a process. You might have to get new education for the job. You might have to find different leads or people that will help you. You're going to have to put some work into the shift as well. And if you don't have seed money, it's going to be a little bit harder work. So don't think it's just going to magically land in your lap. Unfortunately, I wish it would. I wish it would for you. I wish it would for everyone. And there's a lot of people out there telling you, oh, just visualize this and it'll come true. It's not that easy. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a bummer, but if you don't have something in order to propel the vision that you have, you got to think of your will. You got to think of your willingness to do what you need to do, which was what the word will means. It means willingness. That's what it means. If you don't have the willingness to do what it needs to do for your vision to come true, it's gonna be a rough start for you. So anyway, just thinking about that and thinking about what your ideal is and how you can move towards that. And if you like what I have to say, you can give me a like, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.